people may look at my story and be like, man, he's the biggest what if, blah, blah, blah. You right.
Everybody go through adversity in their life.
Holding on to his knee and down.
It's all about how you take on that adversity. Can't think about the past. Yeah, I'm making history right now. Like, every time I touch the court, it's history. So that's how I feel about it. And I feel like my fans and the people that watch, they can relate in some way. I mean, the people that really care about me.
Just want to say thank you. This right here is for the city of Chicago more than anything. Thank you.
Chicago is more than just like a home. Like, it grew me into the man that I am today. That made me who I am, man.
Oh, too big, too strong, too fast, and just too good.
When people ask me who the hardest guy I ever had to guard, I tell them that D. Rose was the toughest guy.
Yeah.
Your favorite point guards of today had no chance against Derrick Rose. No offense, but like, Kai and Steph and them, no chance against that guy.
Because he was strong too.
Man, people was getting the D. Rose flu. Cass was, when he would come to town, Cass ain't even want to play.
Yep.
Not me, I'm just saying, but for real, it was word around the league. Cass was like, oh, D. Rose playing, I'm feeling some tendonitis. Cass ain't want to see that dude.
I'm weak as hell.
The fear that he put in people who played against him, the top guys, I would see fear in their eyes all the time. And I was like, okay, because he was quiet, he was a killer.
In my opinion, Derrick Rose is definitely top 10, easily. Could be top 5. Man, this dude, like I'm telling you, I mean, there's a lot of great players in our game right now when you're talking about the point guard's position. Russell Westbrook. You talk about
Steph, CP,
Kyrie.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Listen, none of them dudes want to know smoke with Derrick Rose and Derrick Rose there.
Exactly.
I'm telling you right now, none of them dudes want to know smoke with D. Rose during that time.
Was a problem.
Trust and believe.
But there's nobody like
Derrick
that
Rose.
right there
God.
when he was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? He had Booz setting screens, Joe Kim setting screens, these big guys, and he's like a running back, running around off these screens, and he's little.
Yeah.
And the next you know, he's just jumping up with the trees. He's at the top of the square, and you're like, oh, like he's up there with Timmy. Well, where did that come from?
Yeah.
He was just fast, explosive.
Last time I went home with gloves like that was when Derrick Rose hit the game winner on me. I turned all the lights off in my house. Damn. I told everybody, don't come in. Don't come in.
Were you just sat in the dark?
I was pissed.
How long did you keep the lights off in the house?
Until the next day, until the next morning.
Until the sun came back? Okay.
I'm like that. I was pissed.
I ain't want to say nothing.
What?
It didn't look good. The game winner he did against you.
I was right there. I mean, crossover, step back, the hand right there.
It made it worse.
Turn out the light.
It became part of the picture.
Young guys do not earn your praise easily. But there was clearly a respect on the court while you were going after him and he was going after you from that first game. And last year too, something happened, something impressed you about him. What was it, Coach?
Well, I mean, I can tell when a player truly wants to be better, when a player truly wants to improve. And I respect that about them. And I admire that. And because that was a quality that I had when I was a kid growing up. And that being said, I mean, I've seen improvement in this game from last year to this year.
He has the inner toughness to want to succeed and to want to do whatever it takes to succeed. When he came in the league, everybody said he couldn't shoot. Just like that, one summer, he has a jump shot. That doesn't happen overnight. I'm proud of him.
He has a long range ball now. He can squat behind the pick and shoot. He can pull up off the dribble and shoot. Him getting to the rim obviously goes unquestioned. So seeing that improvement shows me that he's putting the time into the gym. And I certainly respect that.
Have you guys developed any sort of off-court relationship, or has it pretty much been just?
No, it's been just basketball. I mean, we've done a viral commercial together.
Okay.
And so when we did that, I think we had a chance to kind of talk a little bit more than we normally would, and it was fun to get a chance to know him a little better.
Is the D. Rose flu a real thing?
People used to get the D. Rose flu?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They may not admit to it.
Yeah.
But they did. They did. I didn't. I loved it. Yeah, I love that bump. D. Rose, man, and that's another person I ain't give a love to. Let me change that. That dude right there is probably the toughest hands down, probably one of the toughest point guard I ever played against when he was in his prime. When he was in his prime, ain't nobody touch him, bro. Nobody, I don't care. And he proved that. He went through everybody.
And wanted all the smoke.
What? Listen, bro.
When he was dunking the ball was
the way that man was playing that year, the year he won MVP, the way that man was playing that year, it was crazy how many people was getting sick when it was time to play Chicago. It was crazy. Out because of illness. Yeah, I bet you is out for illness.
I done seen people fake injuries. Like some of your favorite players, I done seen when D Rose was MVP year, D Rose and D Rose was D Rose. I done seen people catch the Rose flu.
Yeah.
People
think that's not. People think that's fake.
We used to joke about it because me and D Rose sit right here, and we'll go out there. I used to start, and I knew when somebody was kind of shaking of him or something. So, you know, like I knew my role.
Well, I'm the biggest Derrick Rose fan. I've always been the biggest Derrick Rose fan. I've always said that I would take him that MVP year against any point guard, since or whatever. I just think he was that special. And as injuries happen, things happen in the game, to see his mentality and his humility. Because for somebody that was the youngest MVP ever to say, you know what, I'll be sixth man, that speaks to his character and it speaks volumes. And you want me to be a better person, so I'm rooting for him. And I'm loving how he's playing right now. He's in attack mode all the time.
His rookie year, go against that nigga 7 games, problem.
Both ends. Straight up. Can you compare a prime time D Rose to anyone you've ever either played against or seen? Can you compare him to anybody?
Nah, man, ain't nobody.
See, I was about to say you can't.
Ain't nobody him like in the 7 game series when he was healthy. Boy, he putting your ass in trouble. You on your heels the whole game, And ain't no one person in front of him. You got a whole scouting report on him for sure. That's how we have.
Pack the paint.
And he's still getting there and jumping over everybody.
He's still gonna get in there, but then he can hit that little one dribble pull up too. He's hitting that too. He's hitting threes when he's rolling. Like he was a problem.
He was too explosive, though. I mean, he was a for sure one man fast break every night.
In Chicago and playing against Derrick Rose during that time, man, I was like, bro, like I played with a lot of great players. Derrick Rose during that time was probably the most talented player I ever played with.
Yeah.
I mean,
like at 23 too. Think about that. At just starting.
At 23, man, yo, this dude was ridiculous. And I seen what he was doing in practice, night in and night out, and he had a great work ethic.
I mean, you can't calculate that. I mean, just to hear you say he was the youngest MVP
right.
ever. I mean,
still give you goosebumps?
Yeah, it does. I mean, this league is since 1946,
right.
and then all of a sudden, here was a young kid from Inglewood, right down the road here, becomes the MVP in his 3rd season. You know, I can't even wrap my mind around that. You know, we never imagined that. I don't think he ever imagined it. He just wanted to play and make a name for himself and represent his city.
How he was killing and to not say a word, like he didn't even talk. And it's just like, all right, just run back. You dunk on somebody, all right, just run back. Like me, like, nah, I can't. I gotta let you hear about it.
He was a painfully shy guy, so you didn't see an arrogance to him in the way he conducted himself. Because he was shy.
Yeah.
But even though in his mind he was like, yo, I'm great. But no, he didn't talk like that. You know, he wasn't coming to, he carried himself like, because he was a legit superstar, but he carried himself completely.
Things that he was doing was so incredible. His MVP, I mean, he just picked up where he left off for real.
Yeah, boy. I mean, he had everything.
Everything.
He had everyththing. Athleticism, handles, quickness, could shoot, could get to the basket. He had everything.
Everything. Yo, I'll never forget, we was in LA, we just got done playing the Lakers, and we're walking back to our locker. Bean just looked at him and was just like, you a bad just like that.
You get the stamp from code.
Yo, that give me the chills, and he wasn't even talking to me. I was like, damn, my man is the one for real. You know what I mean? He always kept him humble, always got a lot of respect for D Rose, but like I said, he made those years where you weren't playing, like exciting to still be at the game and watch and tune into the game, you know what I mean? Like,
he was different, bro. Like, everybody tried to go under the screen. He started knocking that midi down, and then when you go over, you know he get into the paint. He jumped so high, and then if he couldn't finish it, it's like he would go to another level, and then he'll pass it. Like, it was like his his acrobatic was just
Love
it was
D-Rose,
just
bro.
different.
You know, D Rose was something special, man. Like when he came in, I was like, whoa. Okay. Man, this dude is from another planet. So.
Oh my goodness, the way he dunked, man. You remember he dunked on Jordan? He dunked on the man still going up. No.
You weren't on that team where
I remember
I
that
was
one.
about to say,
I
he
was
was
on
a
the
guard.
next team when he went baseline. They I think Tony Douglas. Tony Douglas was guarding him at the time. And he tried to send him down to the baseline, but the big one there. He took off.
Yeah.
And when he took off, he just took one step. He took one step, he was in the paint. All you can see was people doing this, and then last minute he went down like this. He put that ball behind his head and dunked it. He used to dunk so hard, it was crazy, man. I'm talking about hard. Even when he threw it down in the rim, it was like a hard dunk.
Yeah.
Man, D Rose, man, and a good dude too.
He never ran from no matchups. You know, I remember his first year. This is a funny story. You know, Kirk Heinrich was our best pick and roll defender, so he's guarding Steve Nash. And Vinny Del Negro was like, "Yo, Kirk, you got Steve Nash." And Pooh's like, "Nah, I got Steve Nash. I'm the point guard. I'm not running from no matchup." So the whole locker room quiet as hell. But that's the kind of guy, and like Pooh was not taking no for an that as a rookie. So that's the kind of energy he had. He didn't want to run from no matchup, you know, and he was about this he was all about this hoop shit.
In my mind, I really felt like we really had a shot, you know. And
That
man,
yeah,
still
that
it still bothers
me.
me. They beat us in the Eastern Conference Finals 4-1.
Yeah.
But if you put all the scores together from that 4-1 series,
On
the
aggregate.
score was fucking tied.
Yes.
So that's how close that's how close the shit was, you know. And then the next year, that's the year that D Rose, you know, I really felt like we had a better team.
Mhm.
We were the #1 team in the league, you know, and we were coming at everybody's neck. And it just, you know, Derrick got hurt. And actually, you know, I got hurt that year too. And I mean, I don't know if we definitely wouldn't have won the championship, but we would have busted a lot of teams' ass that were coming up next.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Playing against the 76ers during that time, and yeah, a lot of people say, hey, you know what, why was Derrick in the game? And, you know, I would ask the question too. And I'm thinking to myself, like, come on, Tibbs, got to get him out the game, you know?
Yeah.
So when that happens, I'm like, oh, snap. I'm like, bro, get up. Like, get up. And then when he doesn't get up and he's walking off, man, it crushed me. Derrick is a dude that, you know, got a great work ethic, you know what I'm saying, very humble, best point guard in the game. Like couldn't nobody mess with D Rose during that time, you know? So to see him going down, I just felt like, you know, our chances of winning the championship is very rare to none.
You know, he didn't forget, and we didn't forget that, you know, the Bulls were a team that was looked at as a potential championship caliber team before the injury. So, you know, you go from we're right there to winning a championship to suddenly you lose one of your centerpieces to helping you move over the top or get over the top. So it was a very difficult time for him in many ways, but I think mentally it was probably more challenging for him because I know how badly he wanted to get out there on the floor.
He was Chicago, and I don't care. His run at his peak, if you're from Chicago, you want it to be that. You want to be the #1 pick from the Bulls, having that building rocking the way that he did.
And I respect him. To this day, I consider him like one of my closest brothers.
Yeah.
Because what he went through, the humility, the way he carried himself when he was at the top of his thing, you know, represent what he represents, being a kid from the South Side.
You felt like anytime pre or post injury, Derrick on the floor, there was hope. There was hope that you could win. There was hope that you could win a championship. I think in some ways too, just he represents that for so many people in Chicago. If that makes
how many injuries he had, and that's my dude. That's one of my closest friends. But his coach has done what he's supposed to do.
Right.
Thibodeau has rolled with D Rose because D Rose put him on.
Facts.
At his best time.
Facts.
So every chance Thibodeau got, to put him on, who is he gonna call? I'm gonna call Derrick Rose, because he can still hoop, and I'm gonna still give him a chance.
You know, even when a superhero is knocked down, he's still a superhero at the end of the day. And Derrick Rose showed why he's still a superhero. When you talk about perseverance, that's the true definition of it. You talk about a guy who's I think he's the youngest MVP to ever play in this game, and to have the battles with his injuries, to be able to come back, and no matter what everybody else was talking about, because at the majority is always people who never stepped into the arena, had so many things to say bad about him and what he should do, and he should do this and do that. For him to set a career high tonight in a win in Minnesota, I think that's unbelievable. I think every kid you don't have to play sports. Any kid that's going through anything in life about, you know, adversity and triumph and trying to just get over the hump, you know, you can look at that performance by Derrick Rose tonight, and that's why our game is so unbelievable. Because
amazing story, just in terms of what he's been through. It's great for obviously him. Comeback story where all about opportunity, believing in yourself, and we obviously knew what he was capable of and the level that he was at before the injuries. And I know people that have been around him from then that have talked about how hard he works, and obviously you don't become an MVP by not working hard, but that has carried him through the roller coaster ride he's been on. Obviously very fitting that he did it against Utah too.
It's great to see him moving so well and playing with so much confidence, and it was so much fun watching him, you know, get 50 and get emotional afterwards, knowing everything he's been through. I think everybody in this league is rooting for Derrick. You know, we all want him to do well, and it's good to see him back playing at a really high level.